Hello and welcome back to Save Ourselves. Or if you're new here, then hi, I'm Aparna. So in this video, I'll be showing you my yearly setup for my 2021 bullet journal. And before we get started, let me wish you a very happy new year. So apart from all the 12 months that I set up individually in my bullet journal at the beginning of those months, there are a few spreads that I need for the whole year, and this is the yearly setup. So let's start with that. We're starting off with a cover page that says, "Here's hoping that 2021 will be a very happy and a magical year." So with that hope, let's move forward to the next spreads. So the first spread that we're starting with is a year at a glance or a future log. So this is all the mini calendars of the 12 months, and you can either plan out your entire year or write things down as the year goes on. And this is like an overview of the whole year. So for this, I'm using templates from the Save Ourselves shop, and this is the 2021 yearly planner, and I cut it out into sections of 3. So I've basically 4 quarters on 4 spreads, and that's how I made the year at a glance spread. And what I did was, to keep the title same for all of the 4 spreads, I cut the upper portion of one of the spreads and made it like a Dutch door spread. So basically all the 4 pages have a common title, and you can just flip in between like a mini notebook within a notebook. So I hope that's not too confusing, but I kept it as minimal as I could so that I can fill it out with more clarity and without much distractions, which is my aim for my 2021 bullet journal. And I also want to let you know that I'll be using my own shop templates throughout my bullet journal spreads to give you an idea of how you can use them too for your own planning. So the next 2 spreads that I have are pretty simple, and I kept the setup as minimal as possible because for these 2 spreads especially, the content in them is going to be the most important. And these 2 spreads are my 2021 goals and my 2021 manifestations. So I did these spreads in 2020 as well, and by the end of the year I could see these being translated into my life. So I wanted to continue with these spreads and just have some goals and manifestations that I can work off of at the beginning of the year. The next spread that I have is a work and life wish list. Now, according to me, a wish list is different from goals in the sense that, let's say if I have a goal of finding out 100 new songs for 2021, I know that if I listen to a lot of songs, I'm eventually gonna get there. So most of the efforts are in my control. But a wish list is more like getting a really good job that you want. You can make a really good portfolio and you can apply to the best places and you can do very well on your interview, but whether or not you get the job is not in your control. So this is more like a wish list, and goals are something that you know you can achieve if you put in the efforts. So this is how I'm going to be differentiating the two and writing down all of my wish lists here. So the next spread that I have is my yearly mood tracker for 2021. I did one in 2020 as well, and it was great. It let me know how my mood was throughout the year and which of the months were best for me and which ones were not so good. So I'm continuing that in 2021. And to lessen efforts on my own end, I used my own shop template, which is the year at a glance template. And here I'll be using the same colors as last year to track my mood so that I can compare at the end of 2021 to know which year was better, and I think that would be a fun thing to do. The next spread that I have is books I read in 2021. I made a similar spread last year, but I didn't have any goal set at that time. So by the end of 2020, I came to about 14 books. But this year I'm setting a goal for myself, which is 30 books to be read by the end of the year. And for this, I used my own monthly log template, and I just cut out the upper monthly log title part of it, which gives me a list of 30 books that I can fill up as I keep on reading and hopefully complete my goal. Next to it, I have a spread where I'll keep track of all the movies and TV shows that I watch in 2021. And from last year's experience, and I know that my movie list gets a lot longer than my TV shows, so that is how I allocated the space for both of those. About 2/3 goes for movies and about 1/3 of the spread goes for TV shows. The last spread in my setup is my period tracker. I had one in my last setup as well and it did come in handy, so I repeated it in this year's setup. And again, I use my own shop template, which is the 2021 at a glance template, which gives me an yearly overview, and I can just mark down the days that I need to and have a complete overview of my period related things for the entire year. And now here is the final flip through of all the spreads that I made for my 2021 yearly bullet journal setup. I hope that you found these to be useful. You can customize all of these spreads to apply them to your own lifestyle. That's the beauty of bullet journaling. And if you want to shop any of the templates that I showed you today, you can reach out to me on the Save Ourselves Instagram and make your purchases there. As always, this video will be accompanied by a blog post which will contain a lot more details about all the spreads that I showed you here. And if you like this video, do give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel for more content on productivity, organization, and self-help. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.